Court today, the 5 former Memphis police officers facing both federal and state charges for their roles in the death of Tyre Nichols. Attorneys are arguing for separate trials for their clients. Kevin McNamara was in the courtroom during today's proceedings. And Kevin, one of the ex-officers claims he didn't contribute to Tyre Nichols' death. Now, is this an approach attorneys are using to sever those trials?
Yeah, that's right, Rudy. You said it. They're motioning to sever. That's separating out the trials down here at the courthouse here. That's what's being argued because, of course, right now all 5 of those defendants are being tried together. As you mentioned, some of the attorneys present for some of the defendants were trying to argue that their clients had lower culpability, and thus that's part of the reason why they wanted that severance. So attorneys for 3 of the defendants, Tadarius Bean, Desmond Mills, and Justin Smith, argued today in front of a judge that they should have their trials individually.
The attorney representing Tadarius Bean on Friday pointed to the high complexity of the case in asking for his client to have his own trial, including the number of charges, defendants, and locations, and saying Bean, who arrived on the scene later, had lesser culpability. But it was one moment where he alleged drug use by Nichols that sparked emotion from his family present in the courtroom.
We see the magic mushrooms, hallucinogens. We know the fact that he had a number of substances in his system, and we also know
the state's attorneys weren't buying those arguments, saying there was only one relevant location, one event in question, with all 5 men wearing the same uniform caught on camera at the same time. And it would be a wise use of resources for the state to have the trial together.
It's the exact same number of witnesses. It's the exact videotapes. So it doesn't extend the state's proof at all to have 5 different defendants.
The judge in this case, James Jones Jr., noted that he didn't believe the case was all that complicated, and even said that the presence of the other officers at trial might help the defendants show a relative lack of culpability.
But it seems not all that complex when you explain what is the ultimate question is what would make it not possible for Mr. Bean to receive a fair trial.
Ultimately, no decision was reached on whether to approve the severance on Friday. That will have to wait until next month.
Now, as I said, there was no decision reached on whether to grant the severance or not. That decision will be coming on October 5th. Following that, the date to set the opening of the trial is November 6th. That's not when the trial is going to be starting. That's the date that they're going to be setting the start of the trial. So still a lot to come here on this case, and we'll be following it along for you on ABC 24. For now, Kevin McNamara, back to you.